Ladies and gentlemen, it is a brand new week, and with that comes new gaming news. So today we have some Switch 2 news, we have some Nintendo Direct news, we have some Nintendo Switch news, and some news about a possible gaming convention, probably the most popular ever, kind of making a return. So let's just go and get right into this video. Yeah, who does not love some great gaming news? Whether it be true or not, can't really say. I'm just here to report on it. So before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me. And also follow me on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. And once I get 100 followers, I will be doing a giveaway. And let's just go ahead and get right into the video. So there really isn't many gaming regrets I have, right? Sometimes I wish I would have played a game sooner, but I eventually get around to it and I get to experience it, so maybe I had to wait a little bit, but I still got to enjoy it. But whenever I do think of gaming regrets, there is always one that immediately comes to mind. My entire life, I always wanted to go to E3. And I know there's other great gaming conventions, and I do hope to go to those one day, but I always wanted to go to E3, and I thought eventually I'll make it there. But during the pandemic, things didn't go well, and it ended up shutting down. But today we have good news. The E3 is kind of coming back. Kind of. 14 months after officially killing E3, ESA is now back with an announcement of another gaming event, the Interactive Innovation Conference, or ICON. Much like its name suggests, ICON has been envisioned as a forward-thinking conference where industry professionals can learn from and network together. So unfortunately, at the time, this is only an invite-based event, which is a bummer, but give it some time, let it grow. This is going to be happening at the end of April in Las Vegas, and there's a bunch of keynote presenters already confirmed. Amazon Games, Disney, EA, Epic Games, Microsoft, Nintendo of America, Sony Interactive, Square Enix, Take-Two, Ubisoft, Warner Brothers, and more. So we can expect a lot of news to be happening at this event. Like I said, it's only invite only for now, but maybe, just maybe, I will be able to go to E3 kind of one day. Now, at the time of recording this video, Nintendo has not announced a Nintendo Direct yet for February, and this is allegedly going to be the last Nintendo Direct for the Nintendo Switch. I think if it's happening in February, it's happening this week. And I've heard from a couple sources, which, I'm not going to put them out there, but I've heard that it actually is happening this week, but I could be 100% wrong, so we'll just say that I'm wrong for now. But I do want to say Nate the Hate has gave us an update, and he said that he has not heard anything about it or has no knowledge of it. Well, that does not mean that it's not happening. I personally think it does happen, but I don't think it's going to be this big, huge, grand send-off for the Switch that everybody's expecting. I'm expecting just a few more first-party games, probably some ports or remakes, something like that. And I think we're going to get one more special edition Nintendo Switch. I just have a strange feeling about that. Maybe something to do with Nintendo Online as well. I just don't really know what else they could say or do, right? So I'm expecting probably a smaller Nintendo Direct. And this would be attached to maybe a partner showcase or an indie world. Something to fill it up a little bit more. But Nate the Hate did give us an update on a game that he's hearing that's coming to the Switch. And it's like, well, when else would this game get announced for the Switch? You know what I mean? I think at the Nintendo Direct. As you can see right here, he says correct. Planet Robobot will find its way to Switch. I'm assuming he means the Switch. But we've seen trademark information for this game, I want to say, all the way back in maybe 2023, at least the beginning of 2024. If you have not played this game, it is easily one of the best 3DS games. I'm a huge Zelda fan, you know what I mean? And I do think Zelda, A Link Between Worlds is a phenomenal Zelda game. I think Kirby Planet Robobot is a better Kirby game than A Link Between Worlds is a Zelda game, if that makes sense. I do think it is a must-play 3DS game, and I think if they remake it, because the graphics would look a little weird on the Switch if they straight ported it, but I do think if they remake it or remaster it, whatever, and bring it to the Switch, it would easily become one of the best Nintendo Switch games of all time, and it really is one of the best Kirby games ever. It really is so damn fun. Kirby and the Forgotten Land was my very first Kirby game ever. That turned me into a Kirby fan. Then I went back and played this. Then I went back and played some old retro stuff on Game Boy and Super Nintendo. And Kirby is just a phenomenal franchise. So this would be a great game to get at the end of the Switch's life. Especially if we're getting Metroid on Nintendo Switch and Pokemon and Xenoblade. This could easily come out maybe in March, hell, even the end of this month, depending on when that Nintendo Direct gets announced. So if we get a Nintendo Direct this week, this could easily be a late February release. They could probably do like a shadow drop it digitally, and then in a few months or next month or something, have a physical version as well. So we also have another quick update about the Nintendo Direct, and this just adds more to me thinking that it's happening this month. But you can see PH Brazil thinks that a February Direct is still happening despite other people not having info about it. If you're into this whole gaming world, gaming news, gaming leaks thing, PH Brazil, Nate the Hate, these are people you want to hear from, right? There's another leak going around right now about a new Star Fox game, I think coming to the Switch. I can't remember if it said Switch 2 or not. I was intrigued, sure. Then I learned this was coming from Zippo, not somebody who you want to hear leaks coming from. And then I went and checked like their blog or whatever, and it's a post from last year, and I remember reporting on it then. So I don't know why this news got brought up again, but gaming journalism is a strange and weird thing. Now let's get into some more gaming news, gaming leaks, whatever. This doesn't say a specific console, but I'm curious what Nintendo console some of these games would show up on, strictly because of one of the games in this list. So Daniel Camillo, I don't know, a contributor at GameIndustry.biz, Nier Automata sequel, Fire Emblem remake, new AAA Tomb Raider, new AAA Castlevania will be announced this year. This is a solid S list right here. EA FC 26, don't really give a shit about that one. I actually don't mind playing FIFA though, it's kind of fun. Tomb Raider, that's cool. Fire Emblem remake. Okay, there we go, we have a Nintendo game. But what console does this make most sense for? Does this make sense at the end of the Switch, when Fire Emblem is kind of a niche game? I'm just not seeing it, so I'm thinking that's a Nintendo Switch 2 game. Nier Automata sequel, or Nier Automata, whatever you nerds want to correct me, I don't really care. I like saying Nier Automata, okay? This is one of my favorite games ever. 2B is one of the best characters ever, for reasons I will not explain. Castlevania, that's cool. I'm not the biggest Castlevania fan, but I do appreciate the series and what it's done for gaming. But Fire Emblem remake and Nier Automata sequel, this is very exciting stuff. All of these games could probably make an appearance on the Nintendo Switch too, but Fire Emblem remake, what Fire Emblem game do they remake? And does it make sense to remake a game instead of just making a sequel at this point? I'm curious to know the sales of Fire Emblem, so I'll put that on the screen right now if I can find it. I can't imagine it sells that good. Not only is this like a niche franchise, it's a niche genre of gaming. It's like tactical RPGs, I guess that's what you would call it. Very fun games. Three Houses is incredible, but it's going to take you a very long time to play it. So if you're not too warmed up to this whole genre of gaming, I can see it being like kind of difficult to get into. So I'm really curious, what Fire Emblem would they remake? But yeah, I don't know. I think that's probably going to be a Nintendo Switch 2 game, but who knows? If this Nintendo Direct happens, maybe that will show up in this Direct. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Because your opinion matters most. So in the comments below, I would love to hear from you guys. If you made it to this part of the video, please, just please join this community. Hit a like and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram so we can keep this community growing. And you guys know me, I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.